Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2022 with the Orlando Magic. And it is the off season. We just finished our fourth season, 49-33. It was definitely a step backwards. Our second season, we made the NBA Finals. Last year, we made the conference finals. This year, we get bounced in round one. I'm curious. Our job security is probably going to drop here because we didn't make a deep playoff run and we are over the budget. We did pick up Kawhi Leonard at the trade deadline, so I don't think I'm gonna renounce my rights to him. I wanna see what sort of deal he's looking for. If he's looking for a pay cut, because he was making $48 million, that number's halved this year. I might look to bring him back. I don't know. I mean, he's only rated as a 50 defensively, which is a bit of a surprise. So defense is going to be a primary focus of this offseason for us. We're not very good defensively, and we're about to lose Jonathan Isaac. So we got a lot of players in the 70s, but I want elite. And, of these players, who actually plays? Ayton and Levine, and then Morris is our backup point guard. Toppin and Michaels don't really play at all. So we definitely need to do something about the defense. Someone suggested that we make a change at head coach. That's a possibility as well. Right now we have Mike Miller as our head coach. And really, there's only one player who truly has an issue with the coach, and that's Ayton. You look into player profile, his coach relationship is up 5%. Nobody else has got a terrible relationship. Suggs isn't thrilled with him. So that might be something we do. We got to get through the lottery and through. Actually, let's look at. I think we only have our pick this year. Is that right? Yeah, we only have our first round pick. We have Portland second the next 3 years, but we only have our pick this year. So let's get to the lottery. And let's see what ends up happening. So the Heat, the Nets, the Pacers, the Raptors. So the Nets have the 11 and 13 pick in the draft. Suns, Bucks, everything's been in order so far. Trailblazers, there we go. So the Jazz are going to jump up into the top couple of picks. Sixers get the 7 pick. Timberwolves, Wizards, the Spurs get the number 4 pick. Clippers get the number 3 pick. The Warriors, the 2 pick. And the Hornets get the number 1 pick in the draft this season. Let's view the awards. So John Morant was the MVP. We don't have any awards there. League championship, Rudy Gobert for the San Antonio Spurs is your playoff MVP. Morant, Edwards, Ingram, Antetokounmpo, and Jokic are your All-NBA first team, your All-NBA second team. Young, there's Levine, Porter, Zion Williamson, Rudy Gobert. And your third team, Irving, SGA, there's Kawhi, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid. All defensive first team, Simmons and Thibault. There's Isaac, Davis, and Turner. Second team, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, DeAndre Hunter, Antetokounmpo, and Rudy Gobert. The all-rookie first team, nobody for us. And the All-NBA second, or All-NBA rookie second team, nobody for us. So we should get our "How did you think you did this year?" email. Hopefully we don't get canned right away. I think we're going to have to make some changes this year. I truly do. Maybe we can use Kawhi as a sign and trade to pick up maybe somebody who is a bit better defensively and younger. That's part of the reason I don't want to renounce his rights. So we'll see. We have some options this offseason with Isaac coming off the books and some other stuff. So let's see what happens here. Okay, we're back. And I had to do some finagling here as team owner Will Craig wanted to fire me. And he attempted to fire me like 3 times. And I didn't want the save to end. So maybe, I don't know. You tell me if I should have just ended it. But I don't think I should have. I think we had back-to-back really good seasons. We took a step backwards this season, but I had to find the right combination of responses so that I didn't lose my job. And basically, I told him to kiss my ass, and he brought me back. So, okay. We're back at the schedule meeting. How things are going to go this season. We'll make a good playoff run. You won't have to pay the luxury cap. Okay, so we have to be better this year. If we look at our office, our job security is now a 0. So we have work we need to do this year for sure. This is our last season. This is going to be it. So we need to make a deep playoff run, and we need to do it by staying right around the salary cap, or there will not be a 5th season for us. So let's look at our staff. We need to hire a first assistant. We got about $10 million. So we have someone who's good at player development. So we need to, I think, strategy and evaluating defense. Those are going to be the 2 areas that I think we need to pay the most attention. So strategy and defense. Juan Thomas. Steve Clifford. Randy Whitman. Oh, we only have $1.3 million. That's a problem. We get someone like Myron Robinson, who's really good at defense, really good at strategy, which is really what we're looking for, right? Is there somebody who's a little bit better across the board? Jerry Johnson's good at defense, good at potential, good at strategy. I think we go Jerry Johnson because he also gives us that offensive bump. Jerry Johnson wants 1.245. So 1.245, 595 for 4 years. Make the offer. Advance a day. So yeah, we went from a 100 job security to a 0. And that's with going 49-33 and making the postseason. So we did. Where are we? We did sign Jerry Johnson. So yeah, this is an extremely important season for us. So there's Jerry Johnson, really good at potential, really good at strategy, and pretty good at defense. So that works. We have the offensive coach in Mike Miller. Eric Hughes is meh, and J.J. Largent is pretty good across the board. So we have we're going to have to sort out the financials really quickly, or just go for it, right? Just go for it. If we spend more than we should, but we make the NBA Finals, maybe that'll be enough. Excuse me. All right, so we are done with head coaches. At the rookie combine, we're going to be picking, in the mid-20s, I'd imagine. All right, guys, we're back, and this video has been a cluster, since the beginning. This is now my 3rd attempt at trying to do the draft. So the first time I did the draft, I clicked advance to human pick rather than going pick by pick, so I couldn't trade up. I couldn't look at any trade offers. So I backed out, and I started again. And the second time through, the game crashed on me once I got to free agency. So we're back again for the 3rd attempt here at the college draft. And we will see how it goes. So we're going to start the draft. We're going to pause. We're going to go into the trade block. We're going to take Levine off of the block. And, yeah, we're going to see about potentially trading. While I've been doing this, I've had a lot of time to think about, because it's been like an hour that I've just done nothing. See about trading DeAndre Ayton. And the problem is right now nobody has any cap space, so we're going to have to wait for free agency to do that. But we're going to go pick by pick, and we got the trade offer, so Andrew Thomas is now gone first overall for a 3rd time. And what I don't want to do is make a deal that involves us giving up our 1st-round pick. But this one interests me. Grundman and Olynyk for Vivaldo Giannini. So Giannini hasn't really developed like we would have liked. He's got a very good jumper. He's a good scorer. He's okay defensively. Grundman is a scorer. He's an elite scorer. Can we do this instead? I'd love DeAndre Hunter. That defense is fantastic. Salaries are not in accordance. So we've got 10. They've got, oh yeah, Hunter's making a crap ton of money. Okay. Can we make this work? Yeah, Kemba. It's 25, 39. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to be able to make that work as it stands. So if we take Ayton out, we take Hunter out. So we go Grundman. I don't really want Kelly Olynyk, but I mean, I guess. So Giannini in a second for Grundman and Olynyk. So Grundman's going to give us that offense that we need. He's not as good defensively. Giannini, not that Giannini's great defensively. Good at stealing the ball. I mean, this feels like a good deal. Grundman gives us that power forward that we're missing. So now we've got Levine, Ayton, Grundman, and potentially Suggs. I think I pulled the trigger here. You just offered me the trade. What are you talking about? Let's go back in and try it again. All right. So, big deal as we pick up Jason Grundman from the San Antonio Spurs in exchange for Vivaldo Giannini. Huge trade, really. And the Spurs are on the clock, so they win they win it all, and they have the number 2 pick in the draft. So, who do they take? Whitney Bolton, Charles Mitchell, Mike Browerman for Monty Morris in a first, Berlin and Kurtz. No, I'm not interested in any pick that forces us to give up our number 1 pick. I am willing to trade up in the draft because there are a couple of players that I have some interest in. So we will see. Robert Woodward, if I remember correctly, was trash. Darian Pepper. Yep, not interested in giving up my first. Antonio Morton. Andy Wheeler, Dylan Brooks, and C.J. McCollum for Ayton, a first and a second. Nope. There were a couple of players that I was interested in. The first was Maurice Williams, and that's because of his, he's got B scoring and A defense. He's average at everything else, but he's really good at defense. There's a lot of talent here. Wouldn't mind Lon Bretan. Well, actually, I would. Anthony Mast. I went through this again. I've gone through this before already. Anthony Mast was 2 stars, 2.5 stars. So not really a great option. But I mean, we'll see if how long some of these players last, and maybe we trade up and we see what happens. But let's keep going. There goes Joe Walters, Karis LeVert, and Luke Rich for Ayton, a first and a second. No, thank you. There goes Brittain at number 10. Ron Snow, Johnny Simon. I don't want to give up my first round pick for like the 4,000th time. Let's just look at Eddie Millsap. Is he any good? He is. But they want 2 first round picks for him, and I'm not prepared to do that. So Millsap, I mean, he's okay. 67 scoring. Yeah, I mean, he's not great. Not for 2 first-round picks. Cookie Levat, Moses Brown for 8 and 2 firsts. Devin Booker for 2 firsts. There goes James Towns. There's Devin Booker again. There goes Jared Jenkins. So let's see where we are in the draft. And if there's really... so we're at 12 right now. Or 11. We're at 11 now with the Nets. Oh, no. The Nets just picked Jenkins. So it's the Celtics now, right? Do I have this right? Okay, so it's the Heat, then the Celtics. The Heat at 14. They take Jerry Cunningham. Nope. Nothing that requires me to give up my first. There goes Dennis Walls. There goes Anthony Mass. So that was a pick that I was interested in moving up for, but I guess now, so who's picking now? I got to wait and see who the next pick is. And I am recording. Yes, I am recording. So it's the Rockets. All right, so let's... Rockets... Well, I guess let's go here and see if there's anybody we desperately need. Henry West, Malcolm Cole. C's across the board. Maurice Williams. I know what I'm getting out of Williams because I picked him last time. He was really weird. He had a 0 for his free throw shooting. He had 0 for his IQ, and he had 0 for something else for his ratings. They were really weird ratings. Henry West. Looks like he's okay. Yeah, there's not really anybody that I'm super eager to trade up for. I mean, we'll just keep going a few picks here. There goes Malcolm Cole. Sean Lightfoot. So West is still available and Williams is still available. So I guess I wouldn't mind picking... I mean, is West going to be any better than the centers that we have? I guess that's the question, right? We've got 3 centers on our roster right now. So if we think West is going to be better than one of them, we move up. 6'9", 273. Beast. Yeah, I mean, that's just not very good. Good work ethic. I don't think he's going to be any better, so I think we stick with Williams. So let's... We got Dallas. So let's go to Dallas, and let's take the 19 pick. Let's give them the 26 pick, and let's just give them a future second. See if that's enough. Okay. So we move up, and we at least are going to get the defensive player that I know I want. In Maurice Williams. So let's select Williams. And yeah, if we look at his ratings, they're really strange. So he's 2-star, 2.5-star. Look at his current ratings. He's got a 0 for his free throw. It's really weird. It's really weird. Whatever. All right, so let's see. Skip forward here. No one's in. Okay, let's just go to our next pick. Oh, there are a couple of trade offers. All right. Well, it's our pick. Let's go to the war room. Darius Moore, Phil Coffey, A handling, B defense, C everything else as a small forward. Sure. Ricky Costello. Ugh. Sure. Phil Coffey works. Let's look and see exactly how bad he is. He's probably 1-star, 1.5-star, I would imagine. Yeah, 1-star, 1.5-star. Let's take Morris off the trade block. I don't think we're going to make... Yeah, we're getting trade offers. That's the weird thing. I wasn't expecting to get trade offers. Shoot. All right, well, it is what it is. So that's the end of the draft. Not a terrific draft, but all right, so contracts. So Isaac, I don't know that I want to. I think we are going to renounce the rights to some of the basic guys like Caruso, Toppin, and Michaels. And then Suggs, we're going to make the qualifying offer to. And we will go to, what, the Summer League now? Yeah. Let's get to the Summer League. I want to be able to trade, potentially, Kawhi. I can't imagine I'm going to re-sign him, just given what our team needs. But let's see. Jamal Johnson, summer team. Maurice Williams, summer team. Phil Coffey, summer team. Lamont Clay, summer team. Roy Thomas, summer team. Wahab Floyd, summer team. So I like to pick up a Grunman. He's going to give us another legit scoring option to go out there with Levine and Suggs. So finding I mean, we immediately upgraded our starting lineup, right? Because Giannini, as good as he wasn't going to play ahead of Suggs or Levine. So we immediately upgrade our starting lineup. We're not really any better defensively, but all right, so we need a point guard. Lou Waterman. But if we can use Kawhi for a sign and trade, or we can use Isaac for a signing trade, I think that's something I need to do. Costello, because he's only 22. Defensive rebounding. Doug Walters, sure. Defensively, Jerome Barnes, yep. We need another point guard. Rokas Jokubaitis. I like that name. That works for me. I think we get one more player and call it a day. Trey Cooper, a 20-year-old. All right, let's do the Summer League real quick and then get to the important stuff, which is free agency. Let's see how things go here in the Summer League. 83-92 loss. Yeah, this is such a critical free agent time for us. Actually, I want to see something. Can we... Okay, so we can immediately sign Grunman. That seems like a reasonable deal, especially for somebody that we are going to build around as a power forward with some scoring. So we will offer that contract to Grunman and just get that out of the way right now. Because if we do lose Levine next year, that still gives us a scoring threat. 99-92 loss, or 0-2. There we go. We get our first win. Taking on the Raptors now. Okay, we get destroyed. So we're going to get one more game here in, or are we? Is it 4 games or 5 games? Yeah, it's 5 games. Okay, so we take on the 4-0 Sixers. All right, so we finished 2-3 in the Summer League. Not too terribly concerned about what happens in the Summer League, given that we don't have any top prospects. The Hornets win the Summer League championship. Good for them. All right, so let's save this because I had forgotten to save, which was the problem. That's why I had to go all the way back to before the draft, because I had forgotten to save. Good for me. Summer League recap. Anybody on our team? Nope. Assists per game? Nope. Rebounds per game? Nope. Blocks per game? Nope. Steals per game? Nope. All right, so it's free agent time. And this is where things get funky, because it shows that we are $82 million over the cap. And that's because we have a $72 million cap hit for Kawhi Leonard. So I think option number 1 is find a team that's got some cap space and try to trade them Kawhi Leonard. Like the Bulls. Like if I can trade Kawhi Leonard, he wants 35 for 4. So if I can trade Kawhi Leonard to the Bulls and get... Yeah, see, if I'm going to do that, I want to at least get something in return. Something of... I mean, maybe I could just trade him for draft picks. That would be something. So let's look for teams that have... You have any interest in bringing Kawhi back for a draft pick? No? Okay. Figured I'd ask. Darian Pepper, 59 scoring. Yeah, he's no good. Or I guess he's no good yet, but he could be. I need a team that has, ideally a team that has $30 million in cap space or close to $30 million in cap space. Yeah, but see, none of these teams, none of these players are, like, they won't give up any of these players for what's left of Kawhi Leonard. So they're over the cap. They're over the cap. That's us. They're over the cap. That's not really going to help. Well, Kevin Huerter's not a terrible option. He's pretty good defensively, if I remember correctly. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't work either. All right. So if we can't find a deal, I will just non-tender him. I am okay with that. Non-tender's the wrong word. I'm stuck in my baseball mode here. We will renounce his rights and get the cap hit off of our books. So let's go back up to the Bulls real quick because I want to see if they would have any interest in trading Kawhi for a draft pick. Nope. Okay. So then we are going to come out of here, go to contracts, and we are going to renounce. Now, the other thing I'm thinking of is trading Ayton. Because I'm thinking about running with Levine, Grundman, Suggs, and I would love to get, because the big name on this free agency list is Cade Cunningham. I would play Cunningham at the 3 with him being 6'8". But I need to clear money before I can do that. So let's go to the Clippers because I saw that they had some cap space. So would you take Ayton? Ayton and a second for Darian Pepper. Let's look at Pepper. I know he's not fantastic. Almost prefer to bring Wendell Carter back because of his defense and his rebounding. Not quite enough value. Let's try that again. So Ayton and a 2026 second for Darian. I think I'm okay with that, frankly. Yeah. Okay. So that's a huge deal. And I think we need... So the other player that we have that we need to look to move on from is Isaac. So let's find a team that has a player that might interest us, somebody that's good defensively, maybe that's on a 1-year contract. Nicholas Claxton's a 100 defense. Wow. At a position of, I don't want to say position of strength, but a center position is where we would technically need some help. The Raptors, Jared Allen. But again, what's the cost of a Jared Allen? $20 million for 1 year. The problem is if I do something like that, I don't have the money to make a run at Cunningham because I'm putting all my baskets in the Cade Cunningham, or my eggs in the Cade Cunningham basket here. That's really what I'm doing this offseason. So, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this offline because I don't want this to take an hour of me just screwing around. I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to try to sign and trade Isaac to a team that has either some cap space or that I could or enough cap space to take on Isaac for and still leave me some cap space on the other side, and then I can take a run at Cunningham, and we will see what happens from there. So I will be back. When we get back, it'll be the end of free agency, and we will see what happens. I'll be right back. All right. We are back, and we have a very different looking team. So if we go to transactions for the Orlando Magic, I guess I can't look it up by team, so we'll just do trades. So we traded, we traded DeAndre Ayton. I think you saw this one, right? We traded DeAndre Ayton and a second-round pick to the Clippers for Darian Pepper. We also traded Jonathan Isaac, or I guess the sign-and-trade rights for Jonathan Isaac to the Bulls for a first-round pick. So we now have 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft. So those were the 2 deals we made. That freed up some cap space, and we got a little crazy. So if we go back, I guess let's just do it this way. Let's just go to the roster. So the big deal we made this offseason, so we traded DeAndre Ayton, and we bring in Clint Capella. So we make our team better and make our opposition worse. And we do it by picking up Capella, who is an elite rebounder, a very good defensive player, very smart. He's signed to a monster 4-year contract. I figure we're going all in this year because we have to. So we signed Clint Capella to a mega deal 4-year contract. We got super lucky that Jalen Suggs accepted our qualifying offer. So he's making $4 million this year. We picked up Devontae Graham to be our backup guard, backup 2 guard, backup point guard. He's got good ball handling abilities, good defensively. And yeah, so our starting lineup now is Jalen Suggs, Zach LaVine, I guess Darian Pepper will start at the 3, Grundman and Capella, with Devontae Graham as our main scorer off the bench, along with Roy. Yeah, we don't have a super deep bench, but our starting lineup is better than it was, and we still can sign players to minimum contracts. So like Anthony Simons, Joe Harris. Let's offer him 2.6. Same thing with Simons, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine that either of them will take. I can't imagine Simons will take that deal. Harris probably will get some shooting off the bench. So we have a completely different look this year. We need to be better. We absolutely need to be better. I think we will be. But we'll see how it goes. This is going to be our final season if we don't turn things around. So let's see what we got here. So we signed Joe Harris. Simons is still out there. Yeah, I don't really think we need to sign anybody else. So we're coming to the end of this episode. We will set our roster real quick. And we'll see what's available. Once we get through training camp and stuff, see what sorts of upgrades we got. I hope that Piper gets a pretty good training camp bump, and that he can be a legit player off the bench. Because Joe Harris may actually be a pretty big pickup off the bench, because Graham and Harris as our 2 main scorers off the bench isn't terrible. And then we have Thomas, and we can always move Floyd. We have Kelly Olynyk as another outside shooting option off the bench. So again, our bench isn't super deep, but there are options there for us, and that's really all I'm concerned about is options. But we need to get off to a hot start. And I think the Capella deal, it's an overpay, but the way I look at it is we are strengthening us while weakening our main competition, while weakening Atlanta. So we take Atlanta's big man, we stick him in our lineup, and hopefully he can... if he puts up 8 and 13 for us, I'll take it. The numbers aren't as good as Ayton's, but I don't know. I feel like maybe he was a better fit for the team. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We will see how it goes. So right now everybody is content except for Wahab Floyd, but that's fine. Rookie options. Roy Thomas, we will exercise his option. Johnson and Floyd will exercise both of theirs because they're cheap. And we're not really that far over the cap. So if we can make a decent playoff run and stay right around that number, and we can always, I guess we can't really release anybody, but maybe there are teams that have cap space that we can, is there anybody with cap space? Who were the two major teams? It was Chicago and the Clippers, I believe. Yeah, I don't think anybody's got cap space. But if we can find someone who has... Yeah, see, they didn't do anything to improve their center position. So, I mean, they still have Beal, Porter, Young, and Collins. So they're still loaded in their front four, but they don't have much behind that. If we can find a team that is under the cap, we might be able to just offload one of those contracts for like a second-round pick 3 or 4 years down the road. The Lakers have a little bit of money. Do the Lakers want Kelly Olynyk? Yeah, but see, I would have to take a contract back, and that's the whole point of this, is I don't want to take a contract back. So I would need a team that has like $3 million under the cap, roughly. And I don't think... Oh, the Pelicans. All right, so the Pelicans, you want Kelly Olynyk? Give me a second-round pick like 4 years down the road. No, I'm not kidding. All right, well, we'll hold off for now. I mean, I don't know if it's a bug, but I could literally give them Olynyk if I wanted to by just clicking Make Trade, but I'm not going to do that. So, all right. So the rookie options are set. Let's go ahead and stop there. Let's go through training camp. Who is Darian Pepper? I want him to work on his scoring ability. Yeah, that looks good. His scoring ability and his defensive sets. So let's see what sort of upgrades we get. So Grunman gets better. Jamal Johnson gets better. This is what I was looking for. This is huge right here. Upgrades on both sides. The two arrows are multiple upgrades. So that's just huge. So let's see what Pepper looks like here now. Where is he? Right there. Defensive ability is a 58. Scoring is up to a 60. Okay. I mean, he's a rookie, so that will be fine. We can hide him in the starting lineup. D-League, we're not going to send anybody to the D-League. D-League draft. And I got to remember to scout. So, we're at a point where we are getting, I guess... Still don't have enough for the deep dive, which I would really like, but I guess we'll just do this for now and just stick with the way we have it. Draft class. So I'm glad I finally got through this episode. It took me like 3 hours to record what's going to end up being like a 45-minute video. I just got to remember to save more often. Got to remember to save more often, and that won't happen. So yeah, I mean, this is it for us, guys. This year number 5 is it for the Orlando Magic. We need to have a successful season. I think we're close enough to the cap that he won't be mad about the money we spent, as long as we make a relative decent run in the postseason. So let's look at our depth chart. Suggs, Levine, Pepper, Grunman, and Capella. Yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted. So, but I hate that it does this. Like, this is just stupid. Like, these 2-minute breaks for somebody. Like, that's not going to happen. All right, so let's just reset everything and then... Yeah, so we're not a super deep team. Oh, and Maurice Williams, our rookie, is out for the season. Okay, so we probably do need to sign somebody as we only have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players on the roster. So, all right. So we have Graham and Morris in the backcourt. Graham is 6'1", Morris is 6'2". 74 defensively. Yeah, so Graham is the better player. Graham is unquestionably the better player. So let's just set everything back to normal, or back to square one here. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed that the Levine and Ayton thing didn't work out, but we'll figure it out, I guess. All right, so let's move to I just do this for visibility's sake. So Graham is going to be there. He's going to be our point guard, point guard, and then he will be shooting guard, shooting guard, shooting guard, and then same thing here. Point guard, point guard, point guard, shooting guard, shooting guard, shooting guard. So he's going to get 24 minutes a game. I'm fine with that. I want to move Harris up here. Actually, I want to move Harris right there. So Harris will come in as the small forward. Nope. Here. Why did it do that? Here and here and here. And then 1, 2, 3. Thomas is going... Do we have a... Olynyk is our only... Well, I guess Floyd is a backup power forward if we need him. So Thomas is going to come out here, 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 and here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives Capella 32 minutes, and then Grundman 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 36, 36, 36, 36, 32. So we're going to go 9 deep. So let's take a look at free agency. I think a power forward, just to fill out the roster a little bit. Power forward and a small forward, actually. Because right now Joe Harris is our only backup small forward. Defense is really what I'm looking for. So Grant Williams as our backup to our backup at the 4 position. Sure. We will sign Grant. So we're going to be about $10 million over the cap, which isn't great, but hopefully it's enough to hopefully we can win enough that it won't be a huge issue. Yeah, nobody great defensively. Derek Jones. Yeah, we could bring in Derek Jones, I guess. Okay, so there is our roster. That's the wrong screen. This is where I wanted to go. So we are set here. So let's store this lineup. I think we're a pretty good team. I question how much offense we're going to get out of the bench, but I tried to set it up in such a way where we have at least one starter out there at all time. So hopefully that'll help. Let's take a look at the league media real quick, and let's go through the season preview. So in the East right now, they pick the Cleveland Cavaliers to be the top team in the East. Randall Mobley, DeAnthony Melton, Kyrie Irving, and Aaron Henry. They have us as the number 2 team. Grundman, Capella, Pepper, Suggs, and Levine. So that will be good. A lot of changes to the team this year. But I am encouraged. Atlanta Hawks is the 3 seed. We already talked about them. They have Luka Garza now replacing Clint Capella, so that's a huge step back. Toronto Raptors. That's a rough name. Quadro Gregory is a very good young player. Scotty Barnes, really good. Jared Allen at center. Mick Bailey and Jay Scrubb. The Heat as the number 5 overall team. Alanovich, Tyler Harrow, Roby Adebayo, and Andrew Wiggins. The Sixers as the number 6 seed. The Time Lord out there with Joel Embiid, Anunoby, Trent Forrest, and Ben Simmons. Back with Philadelphia. The Celtics have Fox, Brown, and Tatum, but not much else. Dennis Walls is a rookie, and Enes Kanter. The number 8 team, the Indiana Pacers, Karis LeVert. Kawhi Leonard ends up with Indiana. So this team could be pretty good. Sabonis, Turner, Leonard, LeVert, and Darren Wallace. The Pistons as the number 9 seed. They did re-sign Cade Cunningham. They did match that contract offer that we made to him. So they've got Cunningham and Siakam out there with Stewart, Sadiq Bey, and Thibault. The Knicks as the number 10 seed. Donovan Mitchell, RJ Barrett out there as their 2 main offensive threats. D'Angelo Russell, PJ Washington, and Zubac. The Bulls as the number 11 seed. They really have Thomas Powell and a whole lot of nothing. They have Jonathan Isaac. The Nets as the number 12 seed. Still running with Giannis, but that is it. Giannis and Terry Rozier out there as the 2 main options for the Nets. The Hornets as the number 13 seed. LaMelo Ball, Marcus Smart, Kelly. That's got to be an annoying team to play against. LaMelo Ball, Marcus Smart, and Kelly Oubre. The Wizards as the 12, or the 14 seed rather. Not a whole lot here. Donald Corsi. Jalen, I guess they signed. Oh, it's the wrong Jalen. Yeah, I'm not thinking of the right Jalen. And bringing up the rear, the Milwaukee Bucks have not recovered from losing Giannis Antetokounmpo. Out west, Oklahoma City Thunder are set to be your top team out there. SGA, Giddey, and Drummond. The Rockets are the number 2 seed. Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Asaf Rusin, and Alperen Sengun, who I love in this game. Dallas Mavericks as the number 3 seed. Still have Luka Doncic out there. Still have Porzingis. It's basically the same team they have now, except they've added Joe Wieskamp. The Timberwolves are the number 4 team. Lon Brittain was a top pick. Anthony Edwards, Josh Hart, decent-looking team. The Nuggets as the 5 seed. Still revolving. Look at that starting lineup around Nikola Jokic. That's really bad. The Sacramento Kings, number 6. Halliburton, Ingram, Buddy Held, Miles Bridges, and Franz Wagner. That's a pretty solid team, I think. Memphis Grizzlies as the number 7. Morant, Jaren Jackson are your 2 big names there. The defending NBA champions are down to the number 8 seed as they traded Grundman for Vivaldo Giannini. So we'll keep an eye on Vivaldo and see how he does in San Antonio. The Jazz at the number 9 spot. DeJounte Murray, Brandon Clark, and Jeremy Grant are your 3 main names there. The Clippers, they now have DeAndre Ayton as their man in the middle. 2 former Orlando Magic players in their starting 5, Adam Davis, DeAndre Ayton. Didn't work for us. Let's see if it works for them. The Trailblazers, led by Vinny Del Negro, Jamal Murray, Cam Reddish, Richaun Holmes. The Golden State Warriors are the 12 team. Yeah, led by Wiseman, Brandon Boston Jr. It's a very different team without Steph and Clay out there. The Lakers, the number 13 seed, still led by Anthony Davis, but that's about it. The Pelicans are the 14 seed, which is a bit of a surprise given that they have Zion, Oladipo, and Valanciunas, but not a good backcourt situation. And the Phoenix Suns bringing up the rear as things did not work out for them with Ayton and Booker, and now they are set to be the worst team in the West. So that's going to do it, guys. This is our team for what looks like it could be our last season unless we turn it around. We have 4 3.5-star or better players. We have a rookie in Darian Pepper. We have some good defense, I think. We have some defense that are actually going to play. Like our best defensive player is Maurice Williams. He's hurt. But Levine will play significant minutes. Graham will play significant minutes. No, maybe not. Capella will be okay. We don't have anybody who's awful defensively. Grunman and Suggs aren't great, but those are our 2 scorers. So, and then we have Levine who can do both. So we'll just see how it goes and see if we can keep our job. So as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.